Hello guys, welcome back. It's been such a hassle getting the stream back and going. I have had so many issues with Streamlabs, guys. It brought out an update right before Christmas, and that update was supposed to let you stream to Instagram and all kinds of stuff. So it seemed all good. And I tried it out, but ever since I tested that thing out, oof, I couldn't stream, guys. I just couldn't stream. It just wouldn't let me go live because it would get so laggy. And I literally just couldn't even move my mouse on my computer when Streamlabs was running. So it has been such a hard thing to figure out, and I thought I figured it out on Friday, but I just didn't quite get it right. So it's fixed, guys. Today I fixed it. It's all good again. So I'm really happy about that. Welcome back, Sportler, Homeburger. Welcome back. We're here. Exactly. And guys, I got Zazu cam working again. Have a look. I hope there's no echo. Actually, there is echo. Hang on, guys. Is that better? No echo? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I don't know. We'll figure it out, guys. There's an echo on this scene. There's still an echo on this scene. Let me see. I don't know why. Still an echo now? I think I fixed it, guys. I think it's all good now. So that worked. That worked. Perfect. So there's Zazu cam, guys. You can see his whole cage. It's like right across from me to the right. He's really happy. It was really tough having Zazu in the studio without his cage, because he would only sit on me the whole time. So now when his cage is there, he still sits on me, but you know, I get some breaks in between, so that's good. Hello, Captain. I am Mobius. Hello, welcome back. You can see little Zazu scratching in the corner. He's pretty happy. Pretty happy. But yeah. Did I name my parrot after a cartoon character? He's named after Zazu from Lion King, actually. So yeah, kind of a cartoon, I guess. But yeah, he's really happy. Also, guys, I have been really enjoying seeing all the food posts you guys have been sharing on Discord. It's really interesting to see what you guys get up to in the kitchen. I've really been enjoying making interesting food for us now, so that's really been a fun thing to keep up with. And also, guys, today was the first day that I went for some exercise, so give Neko a round of applause because that one wasn't easy to do. I've actually been really inspired by you, Homeburger, daily doing your exercises, so yeah, that's really healthy and I need to get back into it, so I'm really proud of myself. I know one day doesn't quite make a habit, but you know, it's a start. It's what makes everything go. Alright, so this is the artwork, guys, that we've been doing, and I have left it alone way too long. I actually found a really cool spot for it, guys. It's going to go up right above the fish tank, I think. I'll obviously see once I frame it how it looks above the fish tank. But if you guys can see, it's a bit hard to see right above the fish tank, but there's already some hooks up there where you can hang the painting. And I just think we need something above that fish tank that goes with that sort of horizontal look. So I was thinking This painting will probably look really, really cool up there. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks. But yeah. Let's go! Journey of 1,000 miles, first step, exactly. To be honest, as a child, you also named several pets after cartoon characters. I used to name my pets after food. It would be like bubblegum, marshmallow, just like foods that I really enjoy and find tasty and interesting. So most of my pets were named after foods. Pretty much. It's been inspiring for you too, seeing me keep up to it. Am I seeing the results I want? Are you seeing, oh, hamburger. Oof. Yeah, I don't know, that's dedication. That is some dedication. I hope this camera is going to fix itself because it's quite overexposed at the moment. I think I might turn off one of the lights I've got on. We don't want to overexpose it. I think that's a little bit better. Slightly better. We'll see. He slightly fixed it. Lighting in this room is so weird, guys. So weird. Alright. Where to start? I think we were last busy doing the Nuriona over here. So I might give her a go today and just finish her up. We haven't really done much on this guy, have we? There's a little bit, but he needs a lot. Doba! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the tier 3 sub. I really appreciate that. 38 months in a row. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Let's go. Dover in the cemetery, guys. Dover, you need a massive tombstone for that tier 3 sub. So I'm going to give you a massive tombstone. Let's go. In you go. Oh my goodness. Taking up so much room. Would you look at that? Getting all the little tombstones ready. Thank you, Dover. And welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a while. You were camping the gift over sub button and it would you. Why? Oh no. How you wish you could stay but you have to go. You'll message me about it later. That's okay, Dover. That's okay. You're here with us in spirit. It's what matters. That's totally fine. We are going, today, we're going to make a lot of progress. Note to self. Dover, thank you for gifting Captain a sub as well. Oh my gosh. 2 subs. Here we go. Hamburger. Oh, Dover. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here we go. 2 more little tombstones, guys. For both Captain and Homer. You guys are all going to be friends in the cemetery. There we go. Would you look at that? 3 little tombstones already, guys. Thank you. We're almost at our burial goal of 15. Thank you, Jen. Hello. Beat you getting your own? How could he? How could he, right? You haven't been in chat in a while. Do I all still have those cute birds? I do, Crystal. I do. Look at little Zazu. He's still with us. He's moved now to a new studio. And he's really enjoying chewing up that rope perch of his at the moment, as you can tell. But yeah, Zazu is still with us. Is the gift sub technically you getting whacked by Dover to be buried? Exactly. Pretty much.
Catch you later.
Oh, thank you. See you. Have a good day. Hello, Dave. How are you? It's great to see you too, Jen. How have you been? I'm good, guys. All back and making some art. Today, it is going to be a scales and fur kind of day. I'm really good, Dave. I'm really good. What have you been up to? I think today has probably been my most productive day this whole year. And I know it's only been 8 days, you know, and I was on holiday. But it's a really good start to the new year. I'm really productive, and I'm hoping with a more, you know, natural schedule this year that I can actually meet all of my art goals. I'm really excited. This is the first year in a long time that I'm not planning a wedding or, you know, trying to contemplate moving or all sorts of things. So this is the first year that I have actual stability in quite a long time. So I'm really excited to see what that can mean for me and my art. I feel like art is something that I really struggle with when I don't have stability, just because you need a routine for art. You know, you can't just find a spare moment here or there and really consistently make art. It's really, really hard. So I think once your stability wanes, it really shows in your art. It's the year of lots of NECA art, goodness. I hope so. I hope so. You've just been looking at goth fashion inspirations on Pinterest today. Ooh, that's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, I've been really into following just some influencers that dress like goths and really just been enjoying that. So I know the feeling. Happy belated New Year. Thank you, Landon. How are you? What have you been up to this year? I think pretty much everyone's still on holiday because the roads, when I've been traveling, the roads have been so clear. It's ridiculous. There's not a whole lot of people driving back to work, and, you know, people aren't dropping their kids off at school yet and stuff like that. So it's still a fairly, you know, a fairly quiet time. Just relaxing today? That's awesome. Do you have any fun things planned? Yeah, I woke up, went for a 30-minute walk, which is not normal for me, but I'm going to stay committed. So I think that was really nice. Getting out of bed really, you know, early in the morning just sets you up a lot better for a good day. And don't get me wrong, early mornings really aren't my thing, guys. I'm not a morning person. I can stay up till 4 a.m. or pull an all-nighter so easy, but getting up in the morning just is not my thing. Either they are on break or still hibernating like you. I guess so. Probably. I think a lot of people use this time of the year as well to, like, just, you know, go on holidays, trips and stuff. So a lot of people aren't actually in the city anymore. You know, they've gone out exploring, well, definitely in Australia. So that helps, you know, keep the road traffic a little better. Because I've been scouring Facebook Marketplace a lot since we moved, just because, you know, setting up a new house, you've got so many things you don't have. And, you know, you can't afford to buy everything just all at once. So Facebook Marketplace ends up being your best friend to just hunt for bargains, get cheap stuff. But definitely, you also have those people who, they just want to make money. You know, they use Facebook Marketplace to actually make a profit on things. So you gotta be wary and know your prices really well, I think. I'll zoom in so you guys can actually see what I'm doing a little bit better. Do you guys actually make any New Year goals for yourselves? I haven't set mine yet. But I know every year I give myself like a couple of really easy goals to achieve. And then I also give myself like maybe 1 or 2 major career goals that I want to work towards and try to achieve. So yeah, I think it's good to have goals, but also have goals that are achievable, you know, that you can actually not just see as an abstract maybe, but something you can actually do. Hello, Hell Mockery, how are you doing? I'm good. We're just working on my Drawlloween piece from 2022, I think. This is the 2022, yeah, 2022 piece. You have some general goals like exercise more, read more, and your specific ones are do more canvas paintings and try to be more focused, yeah. Those are usually some of my bigger goals as well, like do more canvas paintings. And I really want to finish, I think I started the yak one last year and I just got so caught up. I had no time to finish it. So it just really wasn't possible. How Mockery! Thank you for subbing with Prime. Oh my gosh. Let's get you buried. Time for a burial, guys. Here we go. How Mockery, may you rest in pieces. There we go. 4, guys. Thank you so much. We have 4 already. Damn. Oh gosh, this music. It's so loud. Where the heck is my music? I don't even know. Where is iTunes? There we go. I just quieted down very slightly. Even though Neko's in a brand new studio, it's still very cozy here. Oh, thank you. And this is the new studio, guys. We've moved everything over. It's actually so roomy. I don't know if you guys can tell how big this space is. But like, it's huge. It is like absolutely huge in here. So much more room than the old studio. So much more. It's very elusive on camera. I feel like my old studio actually looked super spacious. And when Sunshine, you guys know Sunshine, she's another streamer, art streamer from Melbourne. She came to visit me and the first thing she said was, whoa, your space looks so much bigger on camera than it does in person. It's really crammed in person. But this one, I feel like this one looks smaller on camera than it does in person. Sounds like Bert farting in the song. How's the new place? It's awesome. It's awesome. I've been really enjoying just setting up a space of my own and, you know, getting to make it look all nice and vampire-y. So it's like, you know, a little vampire closet to live in. My house looks very nice from the pics I shared, very cozy looking. Thank you, Captain. It's only the beginning. Hopefully we can get it looking so much nicer eventually. We want to paint a lot of the rooms. So yeah, it's a long way to go. Sunshine's such a weirdo. Oh, weirdos are the best though. Exactly, best kind of weirdo. You never watch her streams? What? She's awesome fun though. We met in person and we had a blast, honestly. An absolute blast. It was great just talking illustration all the time. So much art conversations and everything. It was fantastic. Oh my gosh, yeah, you're a mod. I forgot, Jen. How could I forget? I keep thinking you're the mod of a different channel. I get you confused with Smart Balloons a lot of the time. I keep thinking you mod Smart Balloons' channel, but you don't. Spoken like a true mod. Oh dear. I fell for it. I fell for it. She's on a trip at the moment, it seems. Sunshine. She really enjoys going outdoors and, you know, traveling the outback. So yeah, she does that a lot, and I really enjoy keeping up with her little travels. I wonder what she does with all her birds when she travels. I can't imagine traveling and what I would do with Zazu. I have no idea. I should definitely ask her. I know you can like board parrots as well. But I don't know. I don't know how Zazu would go being boarded. I feel like he would get really, really depressed. Like they would probably shove him in a really tiny cage and he would go berserk. She doesn't bring him along. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. It would be really, really hectic to bring a parrot along. Like Zazu does have a travel carrier, but it takes a lot of prepping. Like it would almost be like taking a child along, quite honestly. She's like Snow White, she whistles a nice tune and they patiently wait for her to return. Oh no. You know what happened to me end of last week, guys? I actually dropped my phone and it was already slow. So I already needed to upgrade, but the whole screen died on me. The whole screen of the phone just started flashing and it was like, no more. I have served you long and hard. It is my time. I shall go. So I was really lucky that the screen was still somewhat operable, so I could actually get my data over to my new phone. But yeah, it was definitely not easy because it was obviously literally the day after Christmas, so nothing was open, and yeah, I ended up needing to go the next day. But it wasn't easy, guys. I'll be right back, guys. have I ever heard her whistle? I don't know. I think maybe, does she do like these authentic parrot, like bird sounds? I have served you long enough, she said to her phone. Yeah, exactly. It had too much. It was like, I'm done. I'm done. No more. But yeah, it was the day after, well, 2 days after Christmas that I got a new phone, which we didn't really budget for, but you know, what can you do? So it's really been nice. The camera's a lot better. I'm really enjoying that. So I'm very, very happy that we've got new phone, new camera, and it's actually lasting all day, which is really awesome. Pashka, hi, how are you? You've come for your therapy session. Great place to come, you know, great place to come and unleash all you got. How are you doing? I saw Fetchbug doing a stream the other day. I haven't caught a Fetchbug stream in a long, long time, actually. Sometimes you lurk on my stream and listen in the background. It calms you down. Oh, thank you. That's good to know. I'm glad it's nice and calming. That is the point. I think that's probably like one of the main things an art stream does, is it's nice and calming. Alien Frog, hello, how are you? Nice to see you again. I feel like I'm gonna try the thicker one. So you used to paint a lot and you have a problem. You can never finish your paintings due to perfectionism. Oh no, Pashka. I think that's a tricky thing actually. I know, so one of my favorite artists, Mark Ryden, he actually said that he never feels like he's finished a painting. So I think that's just every artist in general. You never actually finish. Like, I'll show you something. And here's the problem, right? I think this is the problem with being an artist just in general. So this is one of my paintings that I did probably like 2019 or 2020, I think. So a couple of years ago. And I think it's wonderful. You know, it's a really, really lovely painting. I'm very happy with it. But there are lots and lots of things that I would change, right? There's lots of stuff that I would do differently if I had another go. And that's going to be the case with just about everything you create. And that's a really good sign. That's a sign that you're growing as an artist and you can see mistakes that you couldn't see before. And seeing mistakes is probably one of the best things you can have as an artist, like being able to see mistakes in your own work, because that allows you to actually fix them. You know, it's a bit hard to fix something you don't know that's there. So yeah, I think seeing that as a growth point is a really good thing. But try to not, I guess, it's something that I always tell myself. I try not to spend too long away from a painting. So if I'm starting a painting, I try to just finish it in like a couple of months, like 2-3 months max. And I don't touch it again after I feel like I finished it. Because you're going to want to touch things up. Like now I want to touch this up, right? And I could probably spend an eternity constantly going back and back and back and back. And that's how it's going to be. That's your life as an artist. It's constant dissatisfaction and turmoil to some extent. But, you know, you also have to look back and, like, look back at your drawings as a kid, right? You look at them with nostalgia. You look at them and go, oh, look, I used to do things like this. I used to use these colors. I used to draw faces this way. And you look at the mistakes and there's something almost nostalgic about it, right? So try to treat your current work in the same way. Work on it for a couple months, finish it, like try to stick to it. And then when you're at a point where you feel like you don't know what to do more, it's done, okay? And leave it, just leave it. If you want to ever redo that, maybe restart, like try a new one. Like, you know those draw this in your style pieces? Take one of your old pieces and create a new one from scratch, just a whole new one, and see how you do it with more skill, right? That's a really interesting thing. Same goes for this painting I worked on. I feel like there are issues with her face, which this one I'm not entirely done with yet. You can see the legs are very red because I haven't worked them properly. But already, because I've left this one for a long time, and that's what happens. It's a bit of a problem when you leave the painting for too long, you grow, and in the meantime, you've already done things that you then want to fix. So this one I'll probably fix, you know, because I haven't finished it yet, but then I need to leave it. I need to let it go, right? You love that one, the colors just pop. You make it look more like you, of course. Of course, that one's you. That one's definitely you, 100%. You've heard people say something is never finished. It's just released in all different mediums, and it's also true for painting. That's so true, yeah. I completely agree. It's just, they just let it go. There's a progression to improvement, unconscious to incompetent, conscious to incompetent, conscious competent, unconscious competent. What the heck does that mean? You pick up a new style. Well, that's the other thing. Your style can change. And that is definitely something that I've seen happening. Not so much now. I think it's still probably going to keep happening, but less dramatically. But it really happened to me a lot, probably like 2018, 2019. When I moved completely from being a digital artist to a fully traditional artist, I saw a ton of changes in my work. And you guys should see, like, my early work, it was very inspired by digital artists like Loish. You know, I drew in a completely different way. I drew different subject matter. And over time, I just grew such a fondness for traditional art and grew a liking for pop surrealist art. So gradually, that was the kind of art I wanted in my home. And so I started creating the kind of art I wanted in my home. So we change, you know, we change our style. And if you leave a painting long enough, you may not even feel like finishing it anymore because your style has completely changed. The hyphen is an expressing start to finish. The words are just joined and the arrows note the next step. Ah, gotcha. So it's a 4-step process. Okay, so unconscious and competent to conscious incompetent. To conscious and competent to unconscious competent. That's really interesting. That makes sense now. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I fixed Streamlabs. Guys, it was driving me nuts. Absolutely nuts. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't stream. I couldn't stream for like weeks. Absolutely weeks. Because, it was just so terribly laggy. Whenever I loaded up Streamlabs, it wouldn't run anything else. It was so broken. You've seen some of my digital art through DeviantArt. You gotta say you love what I'm doing now. The more gothic style feels me. Aw, thanks, Alien Frog. Yeah, definitely. I think when I was starting, especially with my digital work, I was obviously learning. And I learned a lot. I'm really appreciative of having explored different things. I actually had multiple different styles at the time. I had that digital style. which probably was my main one. But in a lot of my art books and stuff, I was trying out different traditional things and, you know, different styles. So I really just let myself explore a lot, and I think it's really good. Like when you start out, don't confine yourself to a certain style. Don't go, okay, I like this person's work. I'm going to make work like it. Don't do that, you know. Just make a list of artists, I would say, and find things like note down things about each person's work that you appreciate and you want to see reflected in your own work. It could be the way they can like do compositions, it could be their rendering style, it could be subject matter to some extent, whatever it is, you know, note down those and take things from like at least 5 to 10 different artists and combine those elements into your own work. When you make a piece, try to focus on those 10 things and tick them off one by one, trying to put them all in your work. I think that's probably the best way to start out developing your own style without just copying from other people. Because, you know, you want to find your own voice, your own meaning in your work. And I think that's the best way. And then you're also not confining yourself to just becoming a second best of someone who's already out there. Do I feel more relaxed now? What do you mean more relaxed about my work, or like in general? Like life-wise, or what do you mean? In general? That's a good question. I think, oh, with the house and stuff. I think so if you compare my life when I was making the digital art, I think I was pretty relaxed then. But then I think things started getting really busy. Like for me, especially last year. Last year was hectic. And I think I was really just feeling lost from my art because I had so little time to do it. My husband and I, well, obviously then weren't married, and we were living in a very transitionary place. So it was, you know, sort of a little bit here, sort of a little bit there, not really having a set routine or anything. And on top of that, I was planning the wedding. So that took so much of my time. Because I have people coming from interstate as well. And, you know, when you're trying to plan a wedding and people staying over from interstate, it can get quite crazy. You know, I had no bridesmaids to help me. It was only myself and my mum and my husband really planning this wedding. So it was really, really tough. And I think I really underestimated how much of my time was going into it. So I was so relieved the day after the wedding when there was nothing left for me to do. We still haven't gotten the photos back. We're so excited for them. But the photographer who took our photos, he actually just got married himself. So, you know, he's having a good time. And we're just hoping whenever he gets to it, we'll get to really enjoy seeing our photos. Because, yeah, a lot of the planning that I did for the wedding actually just went into planning it for the photography side of things, making sure the photos look good, styling it all. So I think it'll turn out great, and really excited to see it. But I was so relieved when it was over, because I could finally just, you know, breathe, focus on normal things again. And I think it's been tricky finding my way back into art because right after the wedding, we actually had to move pretty much 6 days after the wedding. So I had a wedding and then I had to move house. And, you know, it was just so much to organize and just trying to settle in. So I think this week is probably the first time that everything is just like settled in. When we just got here, a lot of our stuff had gotten moldy as well. So we couldn't actually live here right away because my husband's stuff had been in storage and most of our kitchen utensils were moldy. Our fridge was moldy. Pretty much like all his stuff had gotten moldy, which was the majority of our kitchen stuff. So the first, I would say probably 2 to 3 weeks, we were just like cleaning, organizing everything. So yeah, for me, I think December and like most of November was just really chaotic. So this is like a genuinely fresh start kind of year for me, because the house is now settled, you know? There's only one room that I still have to organize, and that's okay because we're not really using it. So I can just go through it, go through it bit by bit. But the rest of the house is completely organized, clean, and we've been able to sleep and cook here. So we're now fully settled in, and that feels so nice. I've also been able to just set up a working routine for myself, knowing when to wake up, knowing how my day is gonna go. And I feel like the last time I probably had a good, consistent working routine was pre-COVID. And the reason it was pre-COVID was everyone was going to work, and then I had like no disruptions throughout the day. But because I was living with other people, my family at the time, COVID struck. And then because of that, I wasn't able to keep to my streaming schedule in the same way as before. It just became really hard because, you know, your routine doesn't work as well with, you know, distractions around. So, and then right after COVID, pretty much the wedding was like the thing that got in the way. So for probably the last 2 to 3 years, I haven't had a really consistent schedule and routine. So that's probably one of the nicest things about this year that I'm hoping will bring a lot more art into the picture and a lot more consistency. Being able to post regularly, you know, and focus on streaming regularly. Because streaming actually really helps me stay consistent to making art. I know, I think it really depends on how you find streaming. Because for me, when I started out with streaming at first, it was so distracting. Like, I could not make art in front of other people. Even at uni, I struggled just drawing next to my friends. So when I first started streaming, it was so hard. I used to never start drawing on stream. I would take the first 30 minutes before starting a stream and just draw a sketch from scratch and just get it to a point where I'm happy with it and I feel like I'm confident enough to keep going on stream. Because yeah, there's no way that I could just start a drawing on stream and go for it. It was just the thought of that. It was too much. It was honestly just too much. So it took a lot of practice. I think just streaming regularly and consistently helped me get over that sort of fear. I think it's just the fear of failing, or I'm not sure. Part of it for me was also just wanting a painting or drawing to turn out perfect. And I felt like if I was distracted talking to people, I wouldn't be able to get it looking the way that it should. But eventually, I think talking to you guys just became like a thing that it wasn't something I thought of. I just enjoy chatting to you while I'm working. So it now doesn't really require a lot of my mental capacity, I guess. So I think that made it tons easier to just sort of still have my art turn out the way I want, but also stream. But I get why a lot of people find that really difficult, because it definitely didn't come naturally for me either. And I guess that's why I just always tell people, you know, if it's hard for you at first, keep going. Just keep going. You'll make friends on your stream. People are actually really nice in the art community. Most of us here, myself when I watch other art streamers, you guys when you watch me, we're all artists ourselves. We all just want to see the piece flourish, and we're just here either drawing together or, you know, watching Instagram art while watching streams. So nobody's really going to come bash your art. I think I can count probably on one hand the amount of times people have come to my stream and said bad things about my art. It's happened like probably just once or twice. And most of the time those people aren't even serious, they're just trying to get a reaction. So there's really no need to actually be afraid of, you know, what people are going to think of your art online. You know, people are all just here to enjoy. Hello, Spectre. How are you? Happy 2024 to you too. I really did a great job under my circumstances. Oh, thank you. Some say that mold gives everything that little kick you need in food. Oh, yeah, not my thing. Mold is alien seasoning. I get that. That makes sense. You are the same way. You know why you don't want people to see what you draw. That makes sense. I think it's a lot of it comes from, you know, we just feel intimidated because we look at our own art and we see all the issues in it, right? So it's very easy for you know, us to think that, oh, other people are going to judge my art and stuff like that. You're already doing a great job posting it, Alien Frog. That's actually not as easy as people think. When I first shared my art online, that was like, I think just before I went to uni. I wanted to start an art career, so I felt like, well, in order to have an art career, I probably need to have like a following, you know? And I started posting my art on DeviantArt. I think I only had it on for a couple hours, and then I freaked out so bad. Like the thought of my art being out there, vulnerable to be stolen, to be judged, to be looked at, you know, I thought, oh my goodness, I can't deal with this anxiety. It's too much. I know that sounds really silly, but our art is essentially an outpouring of our feelings, our emotions, our personality. So it's, you know, it's a lot. It's a big step to share your art online. And it definitely was very intimidating for me the first time I shared it. But then I went to uni and my teachers told me, look, if you're not promoting yourself, you're never going to have a career in art. And I was like, wow, I want a career, I don't want to post my art. Which is it going to be? And I knew I had to take the plunge. So I kind of forced myself into it. And, you know, it gets easier. The more you share, the easier it gets. Maybe it's like not wanting to answer questions. But you're happy to share, just not in the process. I don't know. It could be. It could be. These cool high sounds. I think the music has gotten like super quiet. I'm gonna definitely turn it up a notch. There we go. Heck yeah. This is a good song. It's Christmas ending today. Honestly, me and the community really inspired you. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad, Alien Frog, definitely. If you ever want to try an almost entry-level stream, and you don't have a big Instagram account, try to just stream on Instagram. It's a lot quicker to get into, to go live, and people are really, really nice on there. I think there's even less trolls on there than on Twitch. So, and you'll probably only even have 1 or 2 people watching you. I think it's a great way to get into the flow and feel what being alive is like. You got more consistent because of me and everyone here being supportive. Oh, I'm so glad. It's been such a joy watching your art on Instagram. You post so consistently and just create something every day. And I think one of the things that I most admire about you is you don't let perfectionism get in the way. You know, so many people, they won't post something, or they'll take like weeks to finish it and never end up actually finishing it just because, oh, it's not perfect. You know, I can't finish it today because I don't have time, so I'll finish it tomorrow. You just go and you do, and you get things done and they look great, you know. So I think that's definitely something that we can all try to get better at with our art. Me and the community really, it's true how art is supposed to be. Hello, Ezzy, I didn't even see you pop in. Hello. It's true how art is supposed to be with human feelings and thoughts. That's why you don't like AI art. Oh. I've just been seeing so much AI lately. It's gotten a lot. Or whatever you do in your car, you try to give it an hour or half an hour's time and see what happens. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See what you can do during your lunch. Exactly. Yeah. I think it's good to have like a daily sketch time where you give yourself just like an allocated amount of time and just have to create something. I really want to try to pack that into my routine as well, so. You blended. You blended. How are you and your husband doing? Someone knocking to get in. Exactly. It gets so loud. There we go. I think that's a bit better. One of your New Year's resolutions is to add more color when you do art, when you're not at work, and be more patient. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. What medium are you thinking of doing that in? I can think of a couple that I think will work really well with your style, to be honest. Depends what kind of look you're gonna go for. if I got any tips, you'll take them. Well, one I was thinking of that's really quick, which probably will actually work during your lunch breaks, is Copic markers. I obviously feel like the lighter colors, like the really pale colors, work better, because otherwise you don't have a lot of control over the color, and so the darker colors like the vibrant reds and stuff, I feel like you can only really use very minimally. But if you get like a pack of the really lighter tones, like the almost, I'll show you which ones. Like some of my favorite colors to work with. They're as pale as these, not the purple one. These ones are really hard to work with. I barely ever use them. These really pale colors, I think. Hang on, I've got more, but I pretty much just end up using those. These really pale kinds of colors. These are great. There we go. Like they're so pastel. Because once you put the color, especially with Copics, on paper, they actually feel a lot darker than they are. To be honest, I could probably actually use them in this piece. They will actually look nice in the piece I'm working on, to be honest. Have a look. Because I often use my Copics alongside my watercolors. Gosh, this song is so loud. I'm gonna put a next one on. That's a bit more relaxing. There we go. But yeah. So I think I would say either go watercolor, because as long as you're using a waterproof ink for your drawing, most are generally, you know, they won't fade when you start applying watercolor over it. But I think if you go with watercolor, that's one option. It's really quick. And I think I would go Copics. I think those will go really well with your pen and ink style. Yeah, Copics was probably the first way that I started adding, like, I guess, color to my sketches, because originally I was doing everything digitally, and then I started sketching traditionally, scanning it in, coloring digitally, and I wanted to have a fully traditional process, so I started using Copics, and eventually it went to watercolor. I still use my Copics, but a lot less. But you can, like, it really lets you, I think, add, like, you can see the little detail. I don't know, it can be really helpful just to quickly add some shadows and things like that. Because you've got a lot more control over it than you do with the watercolor. But yeah. I really forget to bring my Copics out a lot of the time. I really should bring them out a lot more. Like, look at that level of detail I can get. It's so hard, and I feel like watercolor doesn't go quite as dark either, and that's what I mean by the darkness of the Copics as well. It really does end up going a lot darker than it looks. So you buy these really pastel-y colors, and they already go quite dark. I think this is like a grey, I believe. Yeah, I think it's a grey. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Very nice grey. You're looking forward to seeing the creatures in colour. Yeah, me too. That's what you've been doing in sketching and drawings, then scanning them to be digitally drawn. Yeah, and I think that's a great way. You know, I personally much prefer sketching traditionally than digitally. So if that's you, sketch traditionally, scan them, color them digitally. That's another option. It's really quick and easy. If you've got an iPad, Procreate is going to be so nice. So nice. Damn, it really lets you get the shading nice and dark. So much more contrast. Thanks, Alien Frog. I probably wouldn't have thought of it till much later if you hadn't had this discussion with me. Yeah, look at that level of shading. That's beautiful. There we go. That is lovely. That's honestly really lovely. I'm loving that. We should probably try to do the other characters as well. You do have a credit on yours, however, you are overstocked with paints and stuff that need to be used soon. Oh, I know the feeling. I know that feeling. No worries, Captain. I know when I was younger, I used to have this silly obsession that if you started a painting in one medium, you weren't allowed to use anything else. So watercolor's only allowed to be graphite and watercolor. And I never would have put as much line work in it as I do with this. So yeah, I had this, I don't know, it was like a rule I had for myself, and it's such a silly rule, it really confines you. So I'm super glad that I got over it and I'm no longer as silly as thinking that, because you know, different mediums work together so well. You can use them as friends and they do a lot together. Do you have Procreate Alien Pro? Kind of want to do some of the leaves a little yellow. I think that'll look lovely. Not all of them, but just a couple here and there. There we go. Kind of like he's a sort of autumny kind of dude. Do you have what? Do you have an iPad? Do I use iPad as well? I used to, not anymore really. Occasionally I'll use it to do a mock-up. So I did an actual color mock-up of this piece before I got started. I don't really follow it like, you know, a rule book, but it does sort of help me plan out in my head how I want something to turn out. So I do find it really valuable. You use it, you don't know what happened to it. Oh no. It might have gotten stolen. That sucks. That sucks. Because yeah, that's probably the quickest way to color your work is scan it in and digitally color it. If that's your kind of thing, not everyone's cup of tea, but it can be. So the ones I use, by the way, are the Copic Chows. You don't have to use Copics, you can just use any. I think they're all kind of advertised as Copic markers, but they don't have to be Copics, they can be any brand. I think probably the main difference that I've heard from other artists is that the Copic ones last longer, they have more ink or stuff. Whether that's actually true, I can't say. I haven't exactly experienced that myself, so I wouldn't know. You'd like to get an iPad. Seems like it would be fun to doodle on it while out of the house. I think so. I think it would be the kind of thing you would probably get a lot out of. So I would definitely recommend it for someone like you. Where in the world is Dover? Dover is busy. He was here, he popped in, he gave 2 gift subs out, and then he left. I think Dover's really busy. Yeah, he couldn't stay. He couldn't stay, unfortunately. That's okay. We all have real life popping in at times. So... There will be other streams, exactly. I am back daily now again, so normal schedule, guys. We are now, if you guys check the updated schedule, hang on, I will link you to it. Is Cloudbot not working? Damn. It should be working. Oh no. The moment you want things to work, yeah, I think I have to turn it off and on again, guys. Most likely. Right. I'll give this a go. Oh no, bro. Technology, I know. And now he changed it. What the heck? Alright, let's try this. If I turn it off and I turn it on again, I'll let you guys know and you can type the command in, but I have a feeling that it turned itself off. Alright, try it again now. If a mod wants to type in schedule, it should work. Should work. Yeah, it's the Twitch schedule. It's a Twitch schedule. I've also updated the schedule on Discord. So if you are on my Discord channel, it'll pop up. You can either like let it notify you, or when you go on the channel, it'll let you know that we are live, we are streaming. I believe it should still be active now. Yes, it says happening now. So let me show you guys what that looks like. So if you're here in Discord and this is green and says Twitch live stream, that means that we're streaming. And you can actually turn notifications on for that, so that, you know, if you're doing something else, you'll be able to see that. But yeah, the schedule both there and also here on Twitch should be in your time zone, and I have updated that. So I used to stream from like 2 p.m. to roughly 5 or 6 p.m. Now I am streaming from 9 o'clock to like 1 or 2 o'clock. So much earlier schedule, which for you guys in the States, it should be really helpful not to stay up too late, and still catch the stream maybe like when you're making dinner or winding down to go to bed. So I think it's overall going to be a good thing. We'll see. I feel like the bunny needs a little bit more attention. But yeah, this Copic marker technique is just lovely. I really need to pull my Copics out a bit more. you're liking the new time. What was my reason for changing? My reason for changing was originally the only time when I was able to kind of have the house alone was in the evenings, and that was the less disruptive time for me to stream. Now I can make my own schedule because I've got a place of my own, so it's a lot easier to just pick a time, and I can easily just get up, start streaming in the morning at 9 a.m. And the reason for doing it in the morning is, I can do stream when I'm like fresh and, I've had a good sleep and I'm not tired, because I found that when I'm streaming in the afternoons, quite often, I would get kind of tired and I wouldn't have the same amount of energy as I do, when I've been rested. So that's part of it. And also it frees up a lot of my rest of my day if it's already done in the morning, so that I can, go do other things. So it's really helpful. And I think the other reason for doing it first thing in the day is if you, or at least for me, if I do other things first, I get really caught up. And if not everything is done, I just end up cancelling a stream because I feel like, well, I won't get this thing done because I'm going to be streaming for 3 hours. So I end up just cancelling the stream like consistently every day. So having the stream be the first thing in the day that I get to, not going to cancel it, It's going to be a lot easier as long as Streamlabs actually keeps working. Since moving to the West Coast, you can actually catch my streams earlier. What time is it for you now? You think for the EU audience it's kind of late in the night, but it's okay. Yeah, so what, are you from EU, Spectre? I think for the Europeans, it's going to be super, super hard. I can do what I want now, exactly. 4:53 p.m, right, okay. That's a really good time. It's a really good time. It's about 3 a.m. now. Gotcha. Yeah, that's rough. So Europeans are probably only going to be able to catch like the very start of the stream if they stay up like really late. But yeah, that's unfortunate. It's hard. I gotta do what works for me and what I can consistently keep up with. And so that really, really sucks, but it's how it works, At least there's VODs. That's the good thing, is at least VODs. Seeing my stream the night, so really spooky and cool. Oh, I hope so. What keeps you up so late at night, Spectre? Which on the East Coast would be 8 p.m. for you. Okay. Yeah, you moved really far, Ezzy. Gosh. That's a big shift. It's a good time for you on days that you don't work. You're just a couple hours behind me here in Japan. Cool. Sweet. Yeah, Japan will probably, be very similar to us. Are you, were you born in Japan, Eye of Mobius, or did you move there? I know a lot of people actually, move to Japan because it's an amazing place to live. Look at the tone that we got in her face just from those Copics. It added that beautiful, just little subtle tone. It's amazing. Really amazing. Alright, so I've kind of added something for all of them. So I think I'm probably going to move on to the rest of the characters now. I gotta do her face. You're from cold Australia. Ah, you're from Canada. Nice. I think staying in Canada probably would be very similar to Australia in a lot of ways. Snow White's your fave? She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. I agree. Pretty sick character. But yeah. Alright, so time for the Nuriona's face, guys. My husband and I actually watched a movie, The House with a Clock in Its Walls, the other day. It's got oh gosh, what's his name? Something Black. Jack Black. It's got Jack Black in it, and it's really cute. I wouldn't rate it like a top movie, but it's really cute. And why was I bringing that up? It was relevant somehow. It was relevant. Do I have any plans for the project after this one? Like what project am I gonna do next? Probably I'll show you. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I could. Oh! I have 2 paintings that I really badly want to do, guys, but I have to finish this one first. So I'm probably going to finish my yak painting next. I started this one and I had just way too little time to work on it. So this one's next. And I just kind of want to do the background. I want to do like an aurora borealis behind this yak, and it's like a wise yak. But yeah, that's the plan. And there's another one I'm not going to show you guys yet. You can wait for that one. That one's really exciting. That one's a really exciting one. Can't wait for that one. Super excited. So I've got 2 major oil paintings that I'm going to work on, and other than that I'm just going to keep sketching. You know, some days I'll be sketching, doing some watercolor, but I really want to spend a lot of my time in my studio now actually doing fully fledged oil paintings. So we'll see how that goes. You just had your 5-year anniversary of living in Japan though. Are you gonna move there permanently, do you think? I would love to visit Japan. Have you been to Bunny or Cat Island? I would love to see those. Love to see those. They look so amazing. Do I still work on the story about the little witch? That I am going to do every month now too. So yes, I just took a long break from that because it was getting impossible for me to actually work on it with the wedding stuff and all. But this month I will lock it in. I'm gonna do that every month now. So yeah, we're gonna work on another spread of the little witch. I'll start planning it probably this week. So we'll see. I really want to get her black hair to show up, so I'm trying to accentuate that. Long, windy black hair. That feels like a bit of a theme in horror movies. Long, windy black hair, or just long, windy hair in general. I had a lot of stuff going on. Very exciting to know what's coming up though. Yeah, so new routine, regular routine, hopefully. I tried so hard. I tried so hard during all the chaos of my previous years to actually just keep consistency going, but you know, there was just too much going on. So I feel like now with a set routine, it's going to be a lot easier, hopefully. So yeah. You might be here permanently. I'm gonna skip this one. It's like fluttering in my ears. This is too much. There we go, it's a bit better. You might be here permanently. Currently no desire to live elsewhere. Have not been to those islands. Went to Miyajima on Hiroshima, which has a lot of deer though. Cool. Yeah, you should check out, it's Bunny Island and Cat Island in Japan. Let me see. So Okunoshima, apparently. It's an island in Japan. And there are lots and lots and lots of bunnies, guys, on this island. The dark history of Japan's Rabbit Island. What dark history? Oh my gosh. Small island? What's so dark about it? Oh! It was actually a spot where Japanese Imperial Army manufactured thousands of tons of poison gas during World War II in a facility so secret the island was removed from all Japanese maps. The poison was used against Chinese soldiers and civilians in the 1930s and 40s during the war in China, killing about 80,000 people. Whoa! So why the bunnies, the test rabbits? It's because there were test bunnies. No. That sucks. But they have a good life now, guys. They have a good life. Look at how cute they are. So many bunnies, and you can just go up and feed them. Look. Crowds and crowds and crowds of bunnies, guys. It's beautiful. You've seen videos where the deer bow for food, really? You're almost interested in seeing the foxes. You've seen the monkeys that bath in the onsen. They're clones. But they're so cute. Look, there's baby ones. There's baby ones, guys. Oh gosh. Like, can you imagine a whole island full of these cuties? Oh. It would be too much. That is why I want to go to Japan, guys. It would be amazing. There's also Cat Island, so if anyone here is a cat lover, that is probably your dream destination, going to Cat Island, I would imagine. I think myself, I'm more of a bunny person than a cat person, but it's very close. It's very close indeed. You would prefer bunnies too, less chance to get scratched. Well, that's the thing with cats, right? Yeah. You never know. Either like you or not like you. Alright, I'm going to get some water so that I can do the wash. Actually, I have some water. Might get some fresh water. And my trusty brushes. My beautiful trusty brushes in the wash. I'll be right back, guys. Get this out, and I can put down my water. Don't leave me with the dolls! They're friends. They're friends though. Yeah. We're all a little weird here, so they're okay. Somewhere I had a trash piece of paper, and I am not sure where I put it, guys. Like, this will work. This will work. That's fine. Alright, so we're gonna do gouache highlights on the Mariana's eyes, guys. So I got a little bit of gouache out, and we are going to make her eyes pop. I kind of want to go and change the eye on the right. Bye, Frog. No worries. You have a good day. Keep up the art. I kind of want to spend some time with a medium largish dog next to you on a sofa soon. Oh, that would be lovely. Oh my goodness. I love large dogs. I don't know, they're just so cuddly and cute. Alright, so I feel like I want to try something. It's risky, but I feel like I just really need to give it a go. And that is much better. I'm gonna have to do a couple layers. I want her eyes to look a tad more moody. Like she's got siren eyes. And this is exactly what I wanted, so we're gonna keep going with it. I'm happy with this look. Cool. She definitely got a glow up. Alright, I probably have to wait for some of this to actually dry before I get started on it. I don't know how wet is it. It doesn't feel too wet, to be honest. I'm gonna give it a go. Right. We'll go with the gouache highlights again. And this eye is going to have it a little dollop right there. So I feel like this eye, it goes right there. Cool. I think this is one of my biggest watercolor projects I've ever tackled. Definitely very extensive. Hello, Sub. How are you doing? We are working again. Trying to get lots and lots of little highlights going in this piece. How's your new job going, Sab? I saw you said on your Discord status they didn't pay you in time. That must have sucked. You're at work, you'll be lurking in and out. No worries. No worries. I hope it's going well. I hope it's going well. Technically issues with pay internationally, but hopefully soon. Oh no, hopefully they work it out. That sucks. Only took one revision. What do you mean one revision? Okay, just be careful, Sub. I don't know if you're working freelance or what, but just be careful if you're being paid by invoice, because I actually ended up getting people that still owe me to this day like 6 grand. So yeah, don't let them get too behind on your paychecks. Just hold off on work. If they're not paying you, you're just like, I'm sorry, I haven't been paid, no work, you know, because that ain't right. She's looking so shiny, guys. I'm trying to just get some under highlights in as well. Hopefully that Let me bring it all together. $6 grand, yes. Luckily that wasn't for making art, that was for graphic design. But yeah, it was terrible. Oh, we have a Hugger plushie redeem. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a plushie, guys. Be right back. All right, we're back, guys. This is a cute little guinea pig plushie I got, guys. Look at that adorable, adorable little face, guys. How cute is this little guy? Fluffiest butt. So cute, guys. So cute. It looks too real, I know. Plushie hug. Cute plushie hug. But yeah, he's so adorable. So, so adorable. It's probably one of the most realistic guinea pig plushies I've ever seen. He's so, so soft. And I didn't have him out for a long time, so you guys haven't actually seen him because he used to be up in a top cupboard and now I have room to display all of my plushies. So yeah, look at the little cute paws, guys. Cute little paws. Too adorable. Too adorable. Alright, so I really love what I did with her eyes, but they're a bit wonky. Do I have the... I'll show you guys. Drawing cam, let's go. Transform. Flip horizontal. There we go. As you can see, this is a really good way if you flip your drawing to see what's going wrong and to be able to fix it. Obviously there's a lot to fix here. But it's okay. It's okay, we'll deal with it. We'll slowly deal with it. Because I feel like your brain does weird things sometimes with, you know, the way that we see things. So this is a really cool way to actually fix that little problem. And that's already looking heaps better. Molly, hello, how are you? I'm having a good day. When was your last stream? Yeah, I'm having a great day. I've been super productive today, guys. I did all the housework already, and I've done my exercise. So heck yeah! Today I'm on a roll, guys. I'm on a roll. Yeah, fixing up the eyes just really helped a lot already. Cool. And I could kill on it. Thank you. Alright, let's go. Horizontal. There we go. Much better. You have not streamed in a hot minute, but you plan to schedule it to try and be regular in the upcoming year, likely in tandem with the book tours you're trying to arrange. Cool. That's amazing, because yeah, you had those Kickstarters, right? How did they go? Last time I checked, it looked like they were going really successfully. Slightly off-topic question, do I know the Bloodborne soundtrack? No, I don't think so. Is it very similar to this? She looks creepy ass, guys. Creepy ass. It's a bit fast and dramatic, but yeah, in the same mood. Okay, I gotta check it out. So this is just by Vivek Abhishek. And yeah, he's a freelance composer, essentially. We doubled. You doubled your funding goal, so right now you're prepping for mailing out the rewards and such while you wait for the payout. Oh, that's so exciting! Oh my goodness! Congratulations! Heck yeah! That's gotta be a good feeling. It's not easy to get a Kickstarter to go well, so for your first Kickstarter to do that successfully, I think you should be super proud. I think she needs a little bit pink in her lips. Just a slight pinkish tone. There we go. There we go. Your finger slipped. Well, that can end up in a lot of bad ways, Mr. Giddy Kitty. You do realize that. How are you? Honestly, you thought it'd be a struggle to limp to the finish because December was supposed to be a bad time to launch. Yeah, really? Wow. Yeah, because that's usually what happens with Kickstarters. Oh my gosh. You owe a lot to friends who spread the word and to your artists for making such a gorgeous cover. Oh yeah, art's really a great way to, you know, sell. So I guess you guys are splitting the revenue then? You just got back home from the child transport. What the heck is child transport? Oh gosh, Mr. Kitty Kitty, your kitty photos have been so cute. I've been keeping up with them on Instagram. They call him the transporter. Child transport. I can't say I'm catching on. Can't say. What is it? She looks so cool, guys. So cool. I'm really happy with her. Taking your kids back home. Oh. Did you have them over Christmas? The way people were testing on the way home, Jason's Statham almost came out. Oh, the traffic, it's always horrible. So, we have got, guys, almost all the characters done. I think it's been really helpful, just, you know, mixing the watercolor and the gouache. I think it's giving a lot more control than just using the actual watercolor, because you can't do as much with watercolor, you know. It's very finicky, and it goes a lot lighter than you intend for it to go, so it can be tricky. I think this is working well. There we go. Cool. She's getting there, guys. She's definitely getting there. Might do a tiny little highlight on her nose. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Happy little trees. Happy little trees. Am I joining Hat Cult today? No, I think not. I think not. Here you go. Here's Neka's hat. Neka will have a guinea pig as a hat, guys. Guinea pig hat. Does that qualify? Guinea pig hat. I think it's the cutest hat I've had on stream so far. This is the cutest one ever. It was redeemed though. It was redeemed. Look how adorable. So cute. So cute. I love sniffing plushies. Does anyone else here sniff plushies? Oh, they're just, I don't know. Plushies all have this lovely powdery like smell. They smell so nice. They smell lovely, guys. Guess I joined health again. It has been redeemed. Do it. It has been done. It has been done. My hat's out. I can't get my hats right now, but later. Later. You sniff Tommy, but he stinks. Do you ever bath Tommy? Like, I know bathing cats is like a trick of its own, but I feel like they need a bath at some point, right? Like, you can't just not bath a cat. Surely. Surely you need to give him a bath. But yeah, I can't imagine trying to bath a cat. It's his breath. His fur is good. Well, he does eat cat food. Like canned cat food. That kind of makes sense. Oh, Zazu smells lovely. You can just sniff his feathers. He smells so lovely. All the time. Yeah. Smells really good. Who else here is going to pick up a new medium for the new year and actually do something different? Who's going to pick up a new medium? I want some challenge accepted in the chat, guys. Challenge accepted. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Is there a new medium you are going to try this year? Guys, think about it. You've never considered sniffing chicken or sparrow. Do it. Birds smell lovely. Birds smell really great. You honestly should. Not a new medium, but you're trying more realistic sketches. Cool. That's something new, I guess. Expand your olfactory. Exactly. You never know. You'll be happily surprised. We already started with making YouTube videos, so that counts as a new medium. That's something new. You gotta link us to that, Morley. Post it in the Discord channel. We'll go give you some extra subscribers. You know, if you get to 100, I think you get like a custom URL. So, something to work for. It counts. Exactly, it counts. I agree, Mr. Kitty Kitty. It definitely counts. Trying new stuff is good. I don't know if I'll be likely to try a new medium this year. I feel like I'm just gonna do more oil paintings in general. Because like, I need to nail the mediums I'm already working with. You have Snifty Burb. He smells like nothing. Maybe he's just too small. Because I don't know, all my birds, they have this kind of powdery smell. It's really hard to describe, but yeah. But he does feel violated, so you're gonna have to appease with graham crackers and apples. I can imagine. Yeah, I would imagine chicken won't really enjoy that very much. Alright, look at Zazu, guys. Look at Zazu. He's sleeping. He's very happily sleeping at the moment. So cute, guys. So cute. I really have to get like a better camera angle for him. I really don't have a good Zazu camera angle. This is the full screen, which, why is the full screen like this? Oh my gosh. Do we have falling feathers? We have falling feathers. Oh gosh. But where is the... Oh, there we go. Alright, I'll get this full screen. 50 screen, there we go. Green falling feathers. Alright, I'll turn it off so you can probably see the Zazu. But yeah. It's a bit wonky, the camera angle, I know. I'll fix it, guys. I'll fix it, I'll get to it. But at least you can see the Zazu. You know, he's happy. He's happy in his new little space and he loves the studio. He loves flying around here. Prima donna bird. Exactly. I don't know how the rest of the song goes, so don't ask me to sing the rest. How old is Chicken? Do you know, Molly, or did you not have him his whole life? I thought you said you raised Chicken from a baby, though. I feel like I just flip between characters and keep getting distracted. Like, they're all somewhat undone in their own way, so I'm just trying to get to each and every one, give them their attention. Time of day. Chicken insists on a bath almost weekly and hates dirt, so he just dusts himself on dry paper towels or any fresh laundry that's fallen to the ground. Really? Okay, interesting. That's so strange. Have you ever tried to give Chicken a bird bath or like let him in the shower and watch him? Because I know Zazu really enjoys any water that sort of drips down. He's 2.5, he will be 3 in July. Your point is confirmed. Oh no. Oh no. Right, I really have to get this to go slightly darker, so I'm hoping a little bit of Copic will help with that. Who do folks like to use for undersketching? What do folks like to use for undersketching? You've been using a 2B pencil, but it doesn't erase or hide well with wet mediums. So I have Mobius to answer your question. That's very interesting. I actually draw my sketch completely on graphite. I'll show you. Be right back. I'll show you. Most didn't want to come out. So, this is the original graphite drawing, guys. The piece we're working on today, it started out as a graphite drawing. So you see all the characters with lots and lots of detail. Was originally done just in pencil sketching, and I rendered that up the wazoo so you can see like all the detail. I didn't hold back. I didn't try to you know, not shade things properly. I shaded the heck out of it. I drew it as if it was only gonna ever be a graphite sketch. So finish that, and then I'll tell you the next. So once I finish the graphite piece, right, I scanned the whole thing in, I cleaned it in Photoshop, made sure it all looks nice, and then I actually printed that out. So I printed that out on the paper that you now see here. So I've got a large format printer. If you don't and you want it on a large piece of paper, you can go to your local printer. Just make sure it's not being laser printed, which quite often they do laser printing. It's not going to work with laser printing because you'll end up with a little a waterproof layer. Essentially, it needs to be inkjet, so it won't work on a laser printer. Or at least I haven't tried. You can try, but I don't think it's going to work because laser printers, they actually just add sort of like a shiny layer on top of the paper. Inkjet actually goes into the paper and seeps into it as you would when you paint on it. So what I do is scan that sketch in, I clean it up, and then I reduce the opacity. I'm just gonna get rid of this very loud music, guys. There we go. It's just driving me insane. There we go. Just something interesting. There we go. So basically, once I clean the sketch, what I do is I reduce the opacity to roughly around 30%. It's going to differ from printer to printer. So if your printer, doesn't print it as very opaque, you want to reduce that even more. But basically for me, it works out to roughly 30%. And then you print that on paper, right? So it's going to be almost see-through. You're not going to see a lot of those sketchy lines. And the reason for doing that is if you print it at 100% and you don't reduce the opacity at all, you're going to get really dark, rigid lines. What I'm mainly aiming for is just to get the whole composition down. And then I actually go in afterwards. As you can see, I go in afterwards and I'm now adding all those pencil sketches back. I'm adding those lines with pencil. So this was just a transparent layer, and you can see what it looks like when I started this whole painting. You'll see that all of these characters looked really, really translucent. You can barely see them. And now once it's worked up, I'm starting to add color, I'm starting to add all these layers, and you can start seeing the characters come out from that background. So the ink, I have found, at least when you don't do it when you just do it very, very lightly, the watercolor doesn't interfere with it at all. I obviously let it dry for some time, but that's my process. I sketch it traditionally on graphite, scan it in, reduce opacity to 30%, print it out on paper, and then I watercolor over that. You can redraw it if you want to. The idea is if you're not going to scan something in and print it out, you don't want to add too much graphite. So you just want to really loosely sort of draw the outline of the character so that it doesn't interfere with the watercolor once you add that onto the paper. That's why I actually add the sketch line work afterwards. So all these characters you see to the right, they have no graphite on them. They just have the printed ink and watercolor. So now the step that I'm going through is adding that sketch line work back. And if I zoom out, you can see how undetailed all the characters to the right are and how much detail these characters have, right? Because I've already done these. And I just find this is such an interesting process for me. It saves me a lot of time as well. You found him fallen from a nest but couldn't find where as a baby, hardly any feathers. Oh, so when his wing was hurt, he was learning to fly. He just stayed with you as a pet. He can't fly, just falls with style. Oh, Molly. That's adorable. It's sad but adorable, but it sounds like he's got a lovely life with you. Yeah. I look like Lily Collins. Am I undercover Lily Collins? Everybody says that. Just 2 days ago, someone asked me if I'm Lily Collins. It's it's these guys. It's the only thing I can think of. Don't know what to tell you then. But seriously, pretty funny. You guys have already have a command for this. Yeah, we do. We do. You stick around long enough to see video evidence that Neck has no eyebrows at all. Oh, Mr. Kitty Kitty, don't you dare. Don't you dare go there. That is terrible. Those are fake. Don't let my secret out. Don't let my secret out, Mr. Kitty Kitty. No one can see. No one can know about it. Just enjoy the stream. Oh no. Oh no. That's bad. Your lips are sealed. We won't talk about the BR backstreet, alright? No talking about that. Right now you're mostly sketching basic figures and faces for practice, and then you double up on the practice by trying to render them. Yeah. A little beyond your scope right now, but very handy for the future. Do I print it on heavier paper? Yeah, so Spectre, I sketch on different paper than I printed on. This is obviously, I think, probably like 400 GSM paper. This was a massively big sheet of paper that I just cut down to match the size that I wanted. But yeah, basically, yeah, I print it out on different watercolor paper and I sketch it on, you know, whatever's good for sketching. Doesn't have to be as good quality, obviously. Gonna head to bed. Good night, everyone, and good to see you back. No worries, Captain. You have a good night, and hope we see you again tomorrow. But yeah, don't be afraid to do things that make your life easier as an artist. It's not cheating. You know, you've already drawn that. You've already drawn that whole piece in graphite. It's not cheating to print that out. I'm not the only artist that does that. Lots and lots of artists do it. It saves time. The reason for doing it at lower opacity is because if you print that out, you know, at full no opacity at all, basically, the lines of the printer, they don't look super nice. You know, it's just, it looks digital. It comes out really stark as well. It doesn't give you that soft watercolory look. So I avoid doing that. That's why I reduce the opacity down. And then you can go as dark as you want to and sort of control that. The main thing about printing it out really is just getting the character's main shapes down. If a little bit of detail is lost here or there, you know, some hairs or furs or things, it's not the end of the world. You've drawn it before, you can draw it again. The main thing is get the composition down because you just want to be able to recreate it without having to rethink exactly how to do everything, you know. So yeah. He's kind of a spoiled brat. Whatever you're snacking on, from meat and cheese to chips and baked goods to fruits and grains, he demands a share. Has his own personal cage or room with the door always open to give him the run of the house. And has an outdoor cage he'll ask to go to for the day so he can hang with wild birds for a while and share seeds with. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Aww. Do you ever find giving him the run of the house puts him in danger at all? Because I know for Zazu, I'm so worried if I just let him be completely free. Well, for starters, he would probably chew up a lot of my furniture and decorations and tech and stuff. But probably the main reason I'm always horrified of leaving him out of his cage unattended is what he might hurt himself with. You know, like, I've just seen him fly into certain things or get a hold of certain things. He's almost choked himself on just the plastic, you know those plastic rings that go on the bottles of like milk bottles? He stuck his head through one of those and almost choked on it. And he didn't have to choke on it, but he was like holding it a certain way where if he just let go, he wouldn't choke on it. But he was retarded enough to hold it so that he was choking on it. So I had to help him out of that. And since then, I've just been thinking, like, well, if you can choke on something that your head legitimately fits through, What else can kill you? You know? 400 GSM, this paper can survive a lot of beating. It so can. It so can. You scoff at not cheating? Some so-called cheats allow you to create some of the coolest stuff. Secretly did an Escher-style tessellation mosaic? You learn so much just from making the cheaty stencil. Yeah, exactly. Don't be afraid to cheat. You know, you can learn so much from that. I think the only shame in ever cheating is if you literally copy another artist's work and claim it as your own. That's obviously not nice, but a lot of techniques like printing your own work, you know, and as you said that, it's amazing. It's a tool to help yourself create even better work and more quickly. So use it, you know, use it. Perhaps he's very accident prone. I feel like he is. He's like, honestly, I have had a couple of people come to stream and say, why don't you release him to the wild? You know, he's so stuck, free him. And I'm just thinking, he would probably die within the hour in the wild. He would probably die. He would either get eaten by other birds because he gets so bullied he can't fly properly outside, or he would fly into a car, and if it's a really hot day, he'd get dehydrated and die. He would never survive in the wild. Never. It's like giving him a death sentence, you know? Once in a while, someone accidentally steps on him as they shift in their seat on the couch or a chair. He's not paying attention, and usually you don't realize he's there, but he's never hurt from him except his dignity. I hope so, because I've had very traumatic experiences with small pets, and I won't go into it, but yeah, small pets are fragile. Take care of them. Look out for them. He has learned that cats and hawks live outside and want to eat him, but that he's safe in his cage and can call for help, and his human will come. Oh, that is so sweet. Lately, he's been very interested in chasing any spiders he's noticed in the house. Oh. You copy artist work for practice, but never claim it as your own. Last year, you did a version of Hokusai's Great Wave in colored pencil as a present for a good friend. You learned a lot there. Exactly. Copying from artists, guys, is a really good way to learn. Don't underestimate it. You know, if you're trying to learn how to do a certain thing, like do a certain composition, render a certain way, look at what someone else's does, try to copy that. Use it as a tool to learn, you know, that's the main thing. An artist is going to, it's, you know, it's a compliment. It's a compliment. As long as you credit their work, it's a compliment. And as I mentioned earlier, you're going to take traits from one artist, traits from another artist, all these things, all this information you're learning, you're going to accumulate that into your own beautiful body of work, and it's going to become your own style. So don't be afraid. Probably the artist I copied of most when I started out was Loish. Loish probably inspired me most to really go into art, like constantly. I was very fascinated with digital art at the time, and I loved her style. I used to have a lot of my older work up on DeviantArt. I no longer do because they started working with AI, and so without artists' consent, they just let these robots take over and submitted all our work to them. So I no longer trust them, and I haven't really, you know, felt like DeviantArt is a very art-focused community anyways, so it didn't really bother. But yeah, basically, my work was very digital, and I think, especially at the onset, a lot of my work probably looked very much or similar to Loish's work. And that's okay, you know. I was creating my own compositions and stuff. And there was a lot of different artists at the time kind of like copying Loish. But I'm pretty sure most of them, you know, my work today, this does not look anything like Lorsh's work. But I learned a great deal from Lorsh. I still probably just today working on this piece, the way I was drawing this hair and stuff made me actually think back a lot on how I would focus on shapes and just putting shapes together and the flow of things and lines. Something that I learned a lot from Lorsh. So even though I was probably at the time mostly focusing on her rendering, the thing that I learned from her now, I think, is more the flow of lines and, you know, how it moves in a composition. So you may think you're copying one thing from an artist, you're actually learning a different thing. But it's the principles that you're learning and picking up, I think, that are valuable, and they will translate to your own work and your own style eventually. So Molly, does Sparrow actually eat the spiders? With a cold starting to come, he's taken to demand you wear socks so he can sit on your feet. That's adorable. DA and AI, there's some other slight issues. Oh well, you miss the old DA so much. Me too. DA used to be such a beautiful platform for artists. It was inspiring. People were commenting, interacting with each other. You could like follow your favorite artist's work and actually keep up with it and actually see it. It wasn't any stupid algorithm crap that wouldn't let you see your favorite artist's work. So yeah, I loved DeviantArt. I was a huge fan, but sadly it changed over the years, guys, and it's become it's just become so watered down that now people don't really post or try to create any real following on there. So it's really sad. It was really beautiful back in the day. You could have like a personal journal, which is like a news update section for your community. You could edit your profile to look really pretty and such. So yeah, I think it was the perfect art platform, but sadly, like every other good thing, it died. It died. That sucks. Why can I not hear any music? I'm gonna start this one over. It's so pretty. Such a pretty song, guys. You need to make a Tommy emoji. You so do. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Totally. Thank you for the follow, the fire. Really appreciate that. Welcome, little corpse. If you ever bring in chicks from the coop or foster wild baby birds, he's there to help look after them. Oh, maybe he thinks back on his own memory when he just came into your house and, you know, he thinks, oh, that's how my story started out. I want to help someone else have a good ending. Still is inspiring, but so hard to use and enjoy now. Yeah, exactly. And I think for the most part, a lot of the artists that used to use DeviantArt regularly, they've kind of all moved back to, you know, Instagram now. So they're not exactly on DeviantArt as much. He scratched you today? How could he? How could he? Unbelievable. What is going on with the camera today? Am I moving it? I'm moving it entirely in the wrong direction. There we go. It's not centered. There we go. That's better. That's better. You were attempting to help him with personal hygiene. Were you licking him? Were you licking him, Mr. Giddy Kitty? I don't feel like... if I were a cat, I would appreciate if my ugly human licked me. Humans don't even compare to the beauty of cats. 297 days, 4 hours and 50 minutes until Halloween. It's a countdown. I know. Over here, we have 24/7 Halloween, though. Like some communal living situations you've been in, no one can deal with spiders or insects, so you came back from being away for a couple of days and all sorts of dishes were taped to the counters. What? Then you get a knock on your door to help deal with all of them. Okay. That's helpful. No, he had a crumb in a place. You were trying to get it. He needed help. Okay, that sounds interesting. Interesting. You should be more appreciative. Hello, Kaylee. How are you doing? All right, so I think my Neriona is looking pretty damn good. I want to add some more depth though to some areas, but it's just not happening, guys. You're the person people call when they have the strange things to deal with. Ghostbuster at all. Oh my gosh. That added just enough contrast, I think. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. She took a long time. I think Snow White probably took the second longest to do, but I think my Neriona is probably my second most time-intensive character so far out of the bunch, I reckon. The movie I watched, Clock Between the House of the Clock and Its Walls, it had these really cool looking pumpkins, and they would like spew goo on the people. They're very interesting. I like the look of those. I feel like quite often live pumpkins in movies don't look really good, but I think these were pretty realistic. I appreciated that. So, lots and lots of characters, guys. Oh my gosh. Actually, you're really thankful for my scanning printing advice, searching for a method to color your drawings, and this can work for you as well. Yeah, it's amazing. I think probably the biggest hassle of it is just scanning the drawings and getting them properly cleaned. You don't want to have a grey background because the grey will actually print. So just make sure when you scan it that the white areas are actually white and not grey. Otherwise you'll end up having a layer of grey print out over your whole beautiful white paper, and you don't want that. So this is probably the only real hassle, is just cleaning the sketch after scanning it. And that's just a bit of figuring out, you know. But it's a really lovely process, saves so much time. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm just gonna see how long we have left. Okay, so we probably will end stream here, guys. It's been a good time. So I will find someone for us to raid. We haven't raided. We haven't raided in forever. It's been ages, guys. Been ages. Alright, so time to find a raid-worthy stream. Ending with a nice calming song. Exactly. Alright, so We'll go and find us a really nice stream. Following. Who is live? Obviously not many people are live yet because, you know, we're still on Christmas, so people are just taking time off. But I have a really awesome stream to show you guys. I think a lot of you guys like it. It's very offbeat. It's very different. It's called Mary's Milk Monsters. It's an animal stream, but it's basically like sharing farm life, talking about farm life, talking about making soaps and stuff from the goat's milk and things like that. So I think you guys are really going to love it. It's one of my favorite streams actually here on Twitch. And Mary is just such a cute, loving individual. I think you guys are really going to love her and her beautiful, beautiful goats. They've all got names. So yeah, we'll head on over to Mary's Milk Monsters. Before we do though, I do have an Etsy store, guys. So if you guys would like to buy any of my artwork, you can buy prints, you can buy merchandise, all sorts of things are available on Etsy. So please go have a look if that floats your boat. It really helps support me if you purchase my artwork. So yeah. And last but not least, we have a Patreon account, guys. So I share postcards with all my patrons in the mail every single month. You will get a postcard from me and a little caption. I'm also continuing the story about Poogie and Phoebe, a little witch and her pet piglet. That gets shared exclusively on Patreon, guys. So you help support the development of that whole book by following on Patreon. And in return, you get a monthly postcard and you get to see the exclusive content probably like a year before everyone else does, most likely. So yeah, please go have a look at Patreon. And if you'd like to sign up, it really goes a long way to help me keep things going. But yes, let us raid, guys. Let us raid. Mary's Milk Monsters. And Morley, I think you're going to really love this stream because it's very similar to what you stream sometimes. And also you love animals. So let's go. I'll see you guys on the other side. And also I'm streaming again tomorrow. So if you would like to, please go and check out the schedule. You can turn notifications on for that as well. So I'll be streaming again same time tomorrow if you want to check back in. Let's go, guys. And I will need to manually go there. There we go. Bye, guys.